I'm going to give you an analogy of exactly what I think is happening right now behind the scenes with the United States government and foreign adversaries. This is alleged. Imagine there is a checkers tournament. And this checkers tournament is so that whoever's in this large group can take some kind of leadership position or power position if you win one of the spots in this tournament. So there's a checkers tournament and a bunch of people are invited to it, and they go and they sit down and they start to play. Now, when they're there, they start to notice other things in the room that they would like. So they came for power or leadership or position, and then they're sitting down and they're like, there's a nice car over there. There's the opportunity to control a group of people over there. There's the ability to get revenge at someone over there. There's the ability to cover up something bad I did over there. How do I get that too? If I win this game, can I get that? And someone will come over to them and they'll say, well, that's a prize for chess. And you've signed up for the checkers tournament. Would you like to trade in your piece for a chess piece? And they're sitting there and they're like, well, I'm already here and I'm just playing this game and, I just want a little more and I just need to update my piece. So yeah, I'll trade for a chess piece. How do I get one? Well, you need to make some kind of sacrifice. You need to sign saying that you're not going to go back to that checkers piece. You're going to keep this chess piece no matter what. What is that? That's a secret. What's the secret? The secret is you're saying that that there's a foreign operative operating on American soil, disguising itself as an American protective service, when it's really here to set up a surveillance state. But since it's here to set up a surveillance state, we see you all the time. The person that is at the chess table. We see you all the time. We see everything you do. So you can't ever go against us because this state that we're trying to set up is already set up. We're just revealing it. So do you want to get rid of your checkers piece and have this chess piece? You can't ever go back. You can't ever trade it back in. But you can have that thing you wanted. We'll even give you more. And our government is a little bit known for being greedy and arrogant and, hoarding things that other people literally need to survive, that they have in such abundance that they couldn't spend it in 100 lifetimes if they wanted to. They've already shown us who they are. Are you surprised that they would do a little sellout to make a deal, to get a car or a name cleared or a crime ignored? So they trade in, they make this deal, and they sit back down at the checkers board, which looks like a chessboard, and now they have a chess piece, so they start to move this chess piece on the board as if they're playing chess, not realizing or remembering they're at a checkers tournament. You can play chess, but the strategies in those games are very different. You can't win at checkers when you're trying to king a chess game. They're not the same. So as all of these players in the checkers tournament all sold out to get a chess piece, now they're all sitting there with this chess piece in a checkers tournament, and they're all up and down the board, and some of them got to the position where they're like, king me, and they took out their opponent. Some of them are just endlessly playing back and forth. All of them are now realizing they're not at a chess tournament. They signed up to play checkers. But none of them can ever win now because they gave away their checkers piece forever by being on that list that says we know that they're operating here. But their greed or desire for power and control outweighed their moral code when it came to doing the right thing about that. Why can no one come forward about Epstein? Because they have an empty seat that they can fill in anyone into. Anyone that's on that list that wants to come forward and do something against what they want them to do, they have an empty seat, and everything will fall on them about how they let in, the one person in the seat, they let in, it'll all fall on them about how they let in and allowed foreign operatives. Unless we don't do anything and they allow the show to play out to the point where the leadership switches and that shadow starts to reveal itself. Our entire leadership, I say that so loosely, is sitting in a checkers tournament, all playing chess with chess pieces, all coming to the realization that there's not one table that can win, because nobody has that checkers piece. Innocence. Nobody can say their name is not on the list of knowing that the foreign operative is disguising itself as Homeland Security. And all of the people playing checkers with chess pieces, thinking that they were going to get ahead, realizing they can't, they're just sitting there waiting for the owners of the tournament to come in and say, checkmate. Because the owners of the tournament were using everyone in the room as their chess pieces. And the one that gets kinged is the one that takes the fall, so the behind the stage king can step forward. Allegedly.